This is English Podcast presented by the Educational Club of แสงธรรม College. Good morning สวัสดีครับ This is the episode 2 of English Podcast หรือเสียงตามสายภาษาอังกฤษนะครับ And you are with me, Brother Tony.Well, previously you learned English through the story of the history of Luke's Mundi Seminary. But this week I'm going to lead you to the story of one of the most popular equipment in our college. That is the bicycle. You know what? The bicycle that we ride to the college or somewhere else every day are not just created just 10 or 20 years ago, but it took nearly 100 years and has been developing to be the modern style respectively, as we can see at the present time. Bicycles first appeared in Scotland in the early 18th century and were called velocipedes. These early bicycles had two wheels, but they had no pedals. The rider sat on a pillow and walked his feet along the ground to move his velocipede forward. Soon, a French inventor added pedals to the front wheel, so the riders used their feet to run the pedals. However, the pedaling was hard because velocipedes were very heavy. The framework was made of solid steel tubes, and the wooden wheels were covered with steel also. However, velocipedes were popular among the rich people. Around 1870, American manufacturers saw the velocipedes were very popular overseas. They began building velocipedes too, but differently. They made the frameworks from hollow steel tubes. This alteration made velocipedes much lighter, but riders still had to work hard to pedal just a short distance. But after that, British engineers altered the wheel to make pedaling more efficient. They saw that when a rider turned the pedals once, the front wheel turned once. So if the front wheel were larger, the bicycle would travel a greater distance. So they designed a bicycle with a giant front wheel. They made the rear wheel small. Its primary purpose was to help the rider balance. Balancing was hard because the rider has to sit high above the giant front wheel in order to reach the pedals. This meant the rider was in danger of falling off the bicycle and injuring himself if he lost his balance. Despite this inherent danger, high-wheelers became very popular in England. American manufacturers once again tried to design a better bicycle. Their goal was to make a safer bicycle. They substituted a small wheel for a giant front wheel and put the driving mechanism in a larger rear wheel. It would be impossible for a rider to pedal the rear wheel, so engineers designed a system of foot levers. By pressing first the right one and then the left, the rider moved along metal bar up and down. This bar turned the rear axle. This axle turned the rear wheel, and the bicycle minimized the dangers inherent in bicycle riding. More and more people began using bicycle in their daily activities. The British altered the design one last time. They made the two wheels equal in size and created a mechanism that uses a chain to turn the rear wheel. With this final change, the modern bicycle was born. And this is all about the story of bicycle that you are sharing today. Thank you for your listening.